Hello, if you're a local business in SA and you want Vince and I to join you on site for one of our live recording sessions of our podcast Livin', please reach out to us at hello@livinpodcast.com.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for expanded reach, customer interactions, and some authentic storytelling opportunities for your brand and business.
Not to mention fun.
Of course, it's fun. So email us today at hello@livinpodcast.com or via Instagram @livin_podcast, and we'll see you on site really soon.
Nothing like a quickie to get the juices flowing.
I've got nothing. Too many jokes. My brain shut down. I've never heard you say those words.
No, because you just said just a quick one, and
No, I love it. I love a quickie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Stop.
I made the joke on the weekend at the wedding because it was very wet, and I said, we're not going to let a bit of rain dampen our spirits today. In some cases, wetter is better. And half the people got it, and half the people did not.
Right.
And those who did, I applaud you. Okay.
Love it.
Just want to make sure you're listening. Switched on.
Wow. I think they're all awake now.
I love waking up like that. Not wet. No. Take it easy, guys. Gosh, it's a Monday morning.
Wow.
It's a Monday morning and we're here. We're talking about these things. We're up. We're erect. Come on. Good morning, everybody. We are living. We're definitely listening to this episode, let me tell you. Hi, I'm Vince Fusco.
Hi, I'm Nancy Timpano.
Hi, you're on the couch with us.
And apparently Vince is up.
Hey, look, it's better than being down, I say. But, Nance, it's been a wonderful, wonderful couple of weeks. Good weekend. We have been living our best life.
Yeah.
We talked a lot over the last 3 years about like connected experiences where like we've both come to the couch on a Monday and we'd be like, oh my God, you're never going to believe what happened to me this week. And then somebody starts saying what's happened and then the other one of us is like, what?
Me too.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this has happened to you over the last week.
What do we got?
Pardon me, but it definitely happened to me.
Okay.
You know when people don't listen?
Yep.
And I mean that in the sense of like you can have a conversation with someone and you can say so clearly in English what you're feeling, what you're needing, or even just responding to their query. And you give them the answer and they go, yep, okay, cool. And then they go on and do the exact opposite of that. And you go, hang on. And then you tell them again.
At what point did you misunderstand?
Okay. So I'm just trying to understand here for people who don't listen, like what is it? Is it just an attention deficit thing? Is it because I've made the comment before and it's funny because we talked about stupid questions last week and I have been in roles where I've been managing teams of people or working with people that I'm teaching or mentoring, and I have made references before when they ask a question, I give them the answer and they don't listen and then they ask again or they just go ahead and do the opposite and then they come back and they go, well, why didn't that work? And I go, well, hang on, you didn't listen.
Does it count when you're hormonal and you just forget?
Nah, look, I think I'm willing to ride that because
having legitimately forget.
I'm saying legitimately, I'm happy to forgive hormones. Brain fog and hormones are different.
But when you just don't listen.
And I, like I said, I've made references before to teams or classes that I've been teaching where I've said, if I wanted to have a conversation with someone who didn't listen, I would talk to my 3-year-old son. Like when he was 3 or when he doesn't listen, I'd be like, I get it, you're 3.
Ooh.
But when you're a full-grown adult,
do
you feel like, I feel like you're a good listener.
Yeah.
I feel like you're a great listener.
But I don't know where you're going with your,
Tell me.
but I don't like, and maybe I'm guilty of it too sometimes, but I don't like sometimes when you're trying to tell a story and people finish your sentences but you're not going there and it's like, no. And then they go, oh, but this happened. And I'm like, no. And then I've had to go like, no, but you're not listening.
Just let me tell the story.
Let me
100%.
tell the story. And sometimes maybe I want to tell you the weather on the day before I get to the punchline or whatever. But like, are we in a hurry?
I agree with that. That's not where I'm going in this case, but that also is one of my
I
side
find that
notes.
frustrating.
100%, where people try to be involved in your story so heavily that they
try and own it.
Yeah, you went there.
No.
Well, no, this is what happened to me, right? So a few weeks ago, I get a phone call from someone being like, hi Vince, just ringing to let you know that on this date you are emceeing this event.
Yes.
And this is what's happening, and it's going to be like this, and it's going to be like that. And I said, well, hang on. Sorry, who am I talking to? B, I've got no record of this. No one's ever spoken to me from that organisation.
Yeah.
No one's ever come to me and said,
Yeah.
are you available?
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing it for love? Am I doing it for free?
Yeah.
Because this is a job as well. Like, you know what I mean? People think that sometimes just because we're good at talking, we like doing it for free.
Yeah.
And look, most times, don't get me wrong, I will talk for free. But when you're doing a role, you're being paid to MC a job.
Yes.
So again, you're ringing me and telling me I'm doing it. And I'm actually already booked that day.
Yeah.
Like,
hello.
Where did this phone call come from? Anyway, it just sort of made me like spin out a little bit. And I said to the person, hey, listen, like I really appreciate it, but I'm not available. So please leave it at that. Okay. That afternoon, the organisation puts up a post. A post on Instagram. Can't wait to have the real Vince Fusco emceeing on the day.
I didn't see this.
That's right. Well, you wouldn't have, because as soon as
Quickly
I saw
taken down.
it, I had to message them and say, hey, just checking. Please, like,
Where did this come from?
where did this come from? Because I
Yeah.
spoke with someone this morning and explicitly said, I'm not available.
Wow.
Please do not promote my involvement with this event unless it's been done properly. And right now,
It's not.
there's no connection.
I won't be there.
I'm not going to be there, guys.
Yeah.
And so sorry, no worries, took it down immediately.
Yeah.
So I thought that was it. And then 2 weeks later, I get an email from an individual with the organisation. Can we please get some information for Vince?
Oh my
For
God,
this-
it's still going.
Weeks later. So I had to just, I thought I was calm. And you know I'm a calm guy. I'm chill with you guys. I'm chill.
Yeah.
So I had to like, you know what? Enough's enough. We're 3 weeks down the track now. I've told you twice.
Yeah.
I tell you once, I tell you twice. I'm not going to tell you a second time,
No.
as the trucks would say.
Yes.
So I wrote an email back, but I put the head of the organisation on this email
Yeah.
as a CC, just so they know that, hey, there's a communication breakdown. And
Yes.
it's not once, it's not twice, it's now 3 times. So I said, hey guys, thank you so much. Once again, I know nothing of this event except for the phone call I received,
Yes.
at which you told me I was doing it. Not asked, not discussed it, but you told me I was doing it. And again, I am booked. I wish you all the best for the event. I would love to be part of it in the future if it's a possibility.
But for this one.
But for this one,
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah.
So I left it at that. And I just thought, have I taken it too far by reacting like that? But I was just like, no, they haven't.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yes.
I've said it. I can't say it any clearer than
Yeah.
that. Anyway, I got a phone call from the head of the organisation the next morning. Vince, saw your email. Are you okay? I said, I'm absolutely okay. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I just had to add you into that conversation so that you understand there is a
Communication.
member of
breakdown.
your party that represents your business that is clearly not listening.
Wow.
And also, I don't like my name being added to things that I don't know about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it just sort of brought me to the idea of like when people just don't listen, or like people that ask you for advice,
Yeah.
you give them the advice,
Yeah.
they do the opposite.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, why ask?
Yeah.
You ever had that?
I've definitely had that, but then at that time it's like, I'll give you my advice, but at the end of the day you make your decision.
I agree with
But-
that, yeah.
But one thing that this is really, and I don't even know if I've even told you about this,
Go
to
on.
be honest, this has actually triggered me now that you've brought it up when people don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
I have just come out of, maybe 3 weeks ago, a good 6 to 8 months of pure stress brought on by people that weren't listening.
What do you mean?
I don't even know if I've told you this.
Am I
but
part of the problem?
Absolutely not. I got home one day and you're bringing the mail, and I received a letter from a debt collector
Sorry.
saying I owe X amount of money for an accident that I had with my vehicle on such and such a date, and with this rego number. And I'm like, I haven't had an accident. Or I actually did have a little bingle, but it was a completely different date. and rego number, and I have no idea. Anyway, so at first my brain has gone straight into it's a scam or whatever, because I think I had actually received an email. Oh, actually, no, I couldn't have at this point. Anyway, so I've gone like, oh, this is a scam, ignore it. I just shoved it to the side, forgot about it. And then I got an email. No, first I picked up the phone, I rang the number and I said, what is this about? And they, and I said, I have not been in an accident.
Wasn't even there.
I told them the date, blah, blah, blah. But wait, there's more. They proceeded to tell me the address of the accident. Are you ready? It was in Sydney.
All right.
It was in Sydney, I have never, and look, you're capable of driving to Sydney or whatever, 100%. But I have never had my fairly relatively new vehicle, because I would know if I've driven to Sydney. So I have gone on to explain, excuse me, very nicely, I think there's been a miscommunication. There might be a digit wrong on the rego or something. But this address is in Sydney. I reside in Adelaide and I have never taken my vehicle
to Sydney,
to New South Wales, right?
Yeah.
So they've like, yeah. And I said, so in the meantime, they've asked me for my email address and whatever. So a few weeks later, I get it emailed again. Outstanding that I owe this money. So I've responded saying, you guys are an absolute scam. I have all the receipts. You need to put it in writing that you will never contact me again.
No.
And I'm nice until I'm not.
Yeah, yep.
God.
I was going to say we know that.
Help
I like that, yeah.
You. And I've just gone, the amount of stress, and by now it's like 1 month.
One month.
Vince, it went on for 6 to 8 months of phone calls, emails and letters sent to my house. Wait for it. Then text messages started coming through saying I owe.
Have you chased this up though to make sure that they haven't put a blacklist on your credit rating and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I don't know that, but wait, there's more. So anyway, one day I've received another letter, and in between you kind of like, my blood pressure goes up and then you kind of forget and you think you've dealt with it because you've rung, you've blasted again, and they keep telling me you need to go higher, and I've gone higher and they don't get back to you and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I seemed to calm down a few weeks later to come home to receive another letter. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm furious. This has caused me so much stress. So I've grabbed the letter. And the accident was in Sydney, apparently, and the letter has come from the law courts in Melbourne, right?
Go figure.
So anyway, I'm reading the back, and the very, very, very fine print, conditions apply, made in China, blah, blah, blah. It says, if you would like to dispute this, to take it up with AFCA, right?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, AFCA.
Let's go.
So I've made a phone call, gotten through, had the most beautiful human on the phone, completely listening, understanding, noting everything.
Rare.
And she's like, let us deal with this. So she's like, here's what happens now. We get in contact with them, do not reply, do not do anything.
Yep.
This is up to us now. So she's gotten involved. And she goes, the next thing is we want a resolution. You should hopefully hear from them. And you guys will come up with a resolution. If you don't, it comes back to us and we deal with it. And I said, girlfriend, tell them I got the receipts of where I was on the day.
Like, what's the resolution?
Hello,
the resolution is they need to cancel this thing and fix it at their end.
Yeah. So anyway, lo and behold, they got involved. And for anyone out there that's ever been served a letter and you 100% know that you are not in the wrong,
100%.
Please turn to the back page, because if this is a legit thing, there will be avenues. And she said, thank goodness that you have reached out. A lot of people don't.
People just pay it.
And I kept thinking, like, what if this was my mother or something? Or she would have just gone, I'm scared, pay it.
Well, that's what's happening now with this whole like digital scammers and the way they ring. And like my poor mum and dad, they've gone through it several times with like energy companies and phone companies. And it's like, oh, we're going to come and we're going to do this. Or for example, mum and dad were paying for internet.
Oh,
they don't have internet.
See?
They don't have a modem.
Yeah.
They don't even fucking have a smart television until this year.
Yeah.
But they were paying for internet.
Wow.
And then you ring Telstra and you go through it and they're just like, no, that's the account. And you go, but who approved this? Like, where did it? Oh, we upgraded them.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, it's funny because you're right. These people who don't have the savviness, or especially when they come at you on every channel now, SMS, email, mail. Yeah. It's no longer just like
now you're scaring me.
Yeah.
Like you are scaring me. So anyway, lo and behold, this AFCA got involved, and someone from the recoveries agency called me and
apologised.
But not only that, he did say, and I hope it happened, he said they're going back. And I said, look, you say you record your phone conversations. Please go back and listen to every time that I called and I simply asked, please go check if there was a typo, because it is impossible that this happened with me. Right? So anyway, he's done all of that. He's gone back and he basically said, oh, Nancy, I'm so sorry, case dropped.
Yeah,
and I'm like, as much as that's amazing and it's the outcome I wanted,
it's can't the hassle, it's the time that's taken, this mental stress.
And he goes, look, Nancy, and I said, look, I don't think you realise the extent of the stress I have been through for the past 8 months of dealing with
And people would say
this.
to you, but why are you going to get stressed if it was not your problem? You go, no, it's not even that. It's just like, it's that shock stress. So when you get a letter and you know it's not you and you're in the right, that you then have to why do I have to exert myself to prove my innocence now?
That's exactly right. And so anyway, the outcome, he was great on the phone. He also spoke English, which helped a lot, as opposed to
100%,
some,
100%.
It's hard. But he listened and I said to him, I need it in writing.
That this is
I
closed.
will never hear from your company again regarding this so-called accident.
Happy that you said this incident as opposed to just like forevermore.
Yes, exactly. Because he's probably thinking, well, hey, hang on a minute.
It's exactly that. It's just like that lack of listening. And I'm happy to hear you even mention it, because I've had the same argument with companies where they go, oh, this phone call is being recorded for quality purposes, quality and training purposes. And
Fabulous.
I say, brilliant. But then when I have the phone call several times and they ask me the same stupid questions, which I know I said last week, there's no such thing as a stupid question. But part of me is like, go back and listen. Do the homework before you come to me.
Yes.
And I have to repeat myself the whole story ancora, again and again.
Yep.
Like it does my head in. And as you're talking about that, it's funny because I'm like, just not listening. It's so frustrating in those situations. And I'm thinking about like my builder. And you mentioned note taking, but there's a difference, I think, between like listening, taking it on and acting on it.
Yeah.
So, for example, when we built the house, we have a few defects. They come, big problems.
Yeah.
They write it all down in a notebook.
Yeah.
Nobody turns up for 3 weeks. 3 weeks later, he comes back, the builder, to do the walk around and the inspection. He's walking around, he's writing in his notebook. And I said, what are you writing? Turn the fucking page back 2 pages. Nothing has changed. Oh, okay. I just want to see that.
Yeah.
But are you not listening? The same thing happens 3 weeks later again. Someone's come, they've tried to fix something, they've made it worse.
Yeah.
He comes back for another walk around, he's writing. Again, you're not listening. I'm telling you. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I hate it, in fact.
Yeah, we go through the motions, but what's actually
happening? Why are you not listening? And if you're not able to do, because sometimes I think people listen, in air quotes, to appease people.
Yeah.
And they go, yep, no worries. They just smile and wave and do whatever the fuck they're going to do. But if you can't do it, I understand some people will listen and then they're frozen.
Yeah.
They're paralyzed with like, I don't know what to do in that situation, so I'm just not going to act on it.
Yeah.
But then that inaction builds up, becomes harder. Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that.
Yep.
But I think that's where we probably fall down as a society, because nobody wants to admit that they don't know.
I just don't.
Nobody wants to admit that we're all just making it happen as we go.
And how about like in a stressful situation like this, or even when you're calling someone and getting through, and you have to verify yourself, and then you finally get through, and they're saying, "Can I have your membership number?" But I've punched it into the phone.
I'm here.
Can I have your address? I've already verified myself. Can you give me your full name? It didn't change from 3 freaking transfers ago.
Correct.
It's still Nancy friggin' Timpano.
Remember it.
Like, oh my God.
Well, listen, I think it's just no. This is why I wanted to talk about it, because I've felt that frustration.
Yeah.
I'm sure many of our listeners have felt that frustration. When have people not listened to your clear instruction, to your clear request, to your clear feedback, to your voice, right? and it's not just including your children, because I know that a lot of parents are there going to be like, try my kids every day. I'm with you on that. There are days where I say to my kids, am I speaking Greek?
Yeah.
And they go, we don't know Greek. I go, neither do I. So why?
Yasu.
Why are you not listening? When has somebody not listened and it's caused you grief? That was our conversation. That's our question to you this week. And let us know in the comments. Let us know in the feedback.
And for anyone that's gone through a similar situation to what I have, please know that somewhere there is actually help for you.
There is. Always,
there actually is, but sadly you have to be a bit savvy.
And a bit more persistent. That's the other problem I have with it, is that sometimes you have to jump through so many hoops. If I wanted that many hoops, I would have joined a circus, guys.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, this organisation was a circus. That's
I love that. That's a good one. Guys, we'll see you next week. There's a nice, short, sharp, shiny one for you.
Haven't heard a single whistle since.
Just Liz, that one. Shiny.
Haven't heard a... Yeah, Liz Smiley.
Liz Smiley. Here she goes. Liz Smiley's back.
Haven't heard a single whistle since. The great taste that really lasts.
What'd you say?
The
Wasn't
great
listening.
taste that really lasts.
There you go.